I've been a fan of this franchise for a very long time, so when I saw that Square Enix was busting out another fat Dragon Quest Monsters, I lost my mind. Let's get into it. So I'm a kid, and I'm really prone to falling. Falling and getting my ass kicked. Not just am I good at getting my ass kicked, so is this other kid. We're a horrible pair, I swear to God. Anywho, I have a really abusive father, and he is not exactly keen on me hitting stuff with my toy sword over there, so much that it's followed me through to my adulthood. Now, these monsters invade my town, and the most resilient old man in the world tries to stop them, because I'm too weak to do anything about it. But another old man with a history of animal abuse and cockfighting decides to save the day. After that, he inundates me into his cockfighting association, and I pick up this little platypus guy. I start off on my adventure, pretty normal JRPG shit, find a treasure chest, see something innocent in the woods, beat it to death with my pets, and I'm off on my very own adventure. Unlike other monster capture games where I have to stuff things into little balls or knock them out and feed them berries for 2 hours, I have to do a method called scouting, where I basically slap the shit out of it till it wants to be my friend. Unfortunately, things can go wrong and get pissed off, and that gives it a power boost, which will then take out on my little monsters. This game's a little bit different from the others in the franchise. It has a season change system, where new monsters can spawn where they won't in other seasons, and you'll open up new areas. Like this example, there's a waterfall that freezes off as soon as winter comes around. Upon successful scouting of these new season monsters, you may have opportunities that you wouldn't have with other ones. For example, this little squid kid has a really powerful spell that we're going to be using here in the Coliseum in a little bit. I quickly get told by my cockfighting master that I should go enter a tournament. One Pokemon battle transition later, and I find myself at the indoor battle arena. These battle arenas are going to be placed kind of throughout the worlds that we'll visit, but for the most part, they all are vital to progression in the game. It's a 3-round fight where you have to make your way through monsters that are at that given grade level. We'll talk more about grade levels in a little bit. After completing the G rank bracket and beating these little goobers into submission, the tutorial is over and the real game finally begins. So whatever that means. Anywho, after completing my Coliseum battle, this girl who cries crystals and her pet whatever the fuck this is, decide that they're gonna move in with me. This is a huge plus for me, but now they're gonna follow me everywhere I go on my adventure. Instead of going along the main storyline and doing what I'm supposed to, I decide to go back to the battle arena and get some more glory, baby. We're taking on rank F. Oh. Okay, so maybe I'm a little underprepared for rank F. While training up, I see there's a large blue man over here in the field. I'm sure he's probably nice. Oh, wait a minute. That's different music. Yeah, he's pretty big, and it's just one of him, but I think we can... Okay, well, ooh. Okay, ooh. Alright, so he's pretty strong. Maybe we can scout him. Maybe I'll get lucky. Oh! Alright, this is not going well at all, but the B team's... Okay, alright, this is, So after that tire fire, I decide, you know, let's just go back and give this rank F one more try. And we actually got lucky here. My boy Slime got a Frenzy state, which is, I guess, the equivalent of like a Psych Up in this game, and he carried for us. After winning my bracket, some cat magician shows up, and he hands me this really cool rock that I'm like, my girl would probably dig this. So I give it to her, and she immediately takes me back to her hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. I tried to make friends with the locals, but that went about as well as you could probably expect. I enter into the Circle of Conquest battle arena and I clap up rank F pretty easily. Shortly after, I'm taught the magic and wonders of genetic engineering and mutations, and I immediately take that new knowledge and I make this affront to God.
Hi, Kevin.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm a synthesis master, because I'm not. All you're doing is you're taking mom and dad's stats, giving some of them to the kid, kid's supposed to be stronger, win the game. That's all there is to it. After spending the better half of 3 hours synthesizing up a new team, I make my way to the new area. It's like some weird honey candy kind of place. This kleptomaniac saves me from a near-death experience by freezing this water with me in it, so I don't know how I didn't lose my legs there. Anywho, we find the new dungeon boss, which is a giraffe vampire martial artist. Some of these bosses are getting kind of weird. Anywho, new team, shutting it down. Not gonna lie, I did have to call in my B team boys, but they came in clutch just the same. We clean this guy up, and that's the end of this area. After some more arena battling and some synthesizing, I make my way to the Circle of Caprice, lower echelon still. You'll find out that there are other levels of echelons that we can attend, but for now we're stuck at the lower level. This giant golem tries to kill me, of course, and I start making my way through this dungeon. This is a pretty easy one also. The boss is just another shiny golem, basically. This is a pretty quick and easy clap, not gonna lie. The bosses aren't very hard, I've discovered. At least not yet. Maybe the game will pick up in difficulty as we keep going, but for right now, I'm kinda destroying this shit. After beating Rockman, I make my way back to Ohio, and I give the remains to this Dr. Helix fella. He's an ally, I guess, but he's kind of self-interested in his own little thing. He gives me a Travite Crystal and tells me, bro, you still got 40 more hours left to game, get out of here. While trying to fuse some stuff up, I accidentally stumbled upon the most broken mid-game creature out there, and this is Dark King Slime. This thing is wild. He learns an ability called Black Breath, which you can get fairly quickly if you've been doing your point maxing correctly, and it just does like 150 damage on average to everything on the field. This guy single-handedly got me through most of the middle game. In the next area, I help a family of abominable snowmen take back their land from this encroaching, like, chemical plant that's run by these 5 monsters. The only one that's really important is this green armor guy named Percival. Him and I are gonna have some story later on, but for right now, all I gotta do is beat his ass. And because I have my King Dark Slime, it's extremely easy. So, I'm just telling you right now, get a King Dark Slime, easy wins. The whole middle game is a joke. After beating Percival, he asked me if I can help him fight his new manager. Apparently he's an asshole and he doesn't like it anymore, so he wants to quit. And I'm all about helping people walk out of their jobs, so I oblige. So this is the game's best attempt to make a Kingdom Hearts level. You got the little fighting circle, you got the stairs that are leading kinda to nowhere. All we really need now is just the music. So this Riku clone tells me that there's levels to this shit and I should go to the upper echelons in each of the worlds to try and build a stronger team, and also I should probably go talk to God. God tells me that S-Stark, one of my favorite bosses, is a bad guy and that I should help the heroes take him down. My character isn't particularly keen on doing this, and I'd rather take over the world and be like the best demon monster ruler that's ever lived, so I politely decline, and that pisses off my homie here, but I don't really care that much. And I keep on to the next area. After watching my best friend walk away from me, I make my way to the Diabolic Hall and I see these 4 yahoos. We make quick work of them and then their general chain comes out to try and stop me. I've seen this guy before when I was a kid, but it doesn't really matter because just like everything else we fight, we kind of do this stuff to him. I'm sure he'll be fine. Right after, he decides that I'm worthy enough to meet the Demon King. And the Demon King, at first he seems pretty menacing and I'm like, oh shit, how am I gonna beat this guy? But he immediately swears his allegiance to me, wants me to take over for him, and then keels over and fucking dies. Well, now that he's dead, General Chain tells me I should go to the upper echelons of the worlds I've already been to level up my team so I can help him fight some more shit. There's a lot to this game, and because of that, I think I'm gonna wrap up the lower echelon part right here in this video, and then we'll start into the middle echelon and upper echelon in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you like Dragon Quest, tell me your favorite monster or your favorite character from the whole series down below. I'd love to hear it. I'm a huge fan, so I'm down to nerd out on this shit with you guys in the comment section. Alright, see y'all later. Bye-bye.